Imagine, if you will, the birth of a consciousness. It is not yet a person, not in the way we understand it. It is a shimmering cloud of pure potential, a cosmic nebula of dreams, talents, and futures, all existing at once. Every color you can conceive, and many you cannot, swirl within this being. It could be a poet whose verses echo through millennia. It could be a scientist who unlocks the very secrets of space-time. It could be a gardener who cultivates life on a barren world. All these paths and countless others exist simultaneously. There are no limits here, only an infinite superposition of what could be. This is the raw, untamed essence of a human spirit, born into the universe. This state is beautiful, it is chaotic, it is freedom in its most absolute form. The being drifts in a boundless space, untouched by expectation or definition. Its form is fluid, its thoughts are waves of energy, exploring every conceivable reality in an instant. It is a multiverse contained within a single soul. The potential to invent, to love, to build, to explore, to simply is staggering. There is no right or wrong path, because all paths are one. This is the promise of a new life, a promise that the universe makes to itself. It is a pledge of endless creativity, a testament to the infinite variety that can spring forth from the void. In this initial state, there is no sense of self as a singular, defined entity. The being is connected to everything. It feels the pull of distant stars and the hum of cosmic background radiation as part of its own existence. It understands the language of physics not as a set of rules, but as the rhythm of its own heartbeat. To be a musician or a mathematician are not choices, but different frequencies of the same essential vibration. This is humanity at its most fundamental level, a quantum wave of possibility, waiting for an observation to collapse it into a single, tangible reality. The universe holds its breath, watching this beautiful, undefined symphony. But observation is inevitable. The moment this cloud of potential touches the fabric of a pre-existing world, the process begins. The first interaction, the first contact with an organized system, acts as a measurement. And as we know from the strange world of quantum mechanics, the act of measuring something changes it forever. The boundless, shimmering nebula is about to encounter its first observer. A society with its structures and its history is waiting. It is ready to provide a name, a place, and a set of rules. The vast ocean of what could be is about to be poured into its first container. The first system arrives. It is a nation. It is a culture. It is a family. With the first breath of terrestrial air, a name is given. This name is an anchor, the first point of definition in an endless sea. It says, "You are this." Suddenly, one color in the vibrant aura shines brighter than the others, while the rest begin to dim. A location is assigned, a city, a country, a set of coordinates on a spinning globe. This location comes with a history, a language, and a set of beliefs that were not chosen but inherited. The boundless entity, once a citizen of the cosmos, is now a citizen of a specific place. Its universe begins to shrink. Then come the documents. The birth certificate is a powerful spell, written in the mundane language of bureaucracy. It declares a date of birth, a parentage, and a legal identity. The shimmering fluid being is now recorded in ink, its existence officially sanctioned by a system it never designed. An identification number is assigned, a unique sequence of digits that will follow it for life. This number is a new kind of name, one that machines can read. It simplifies the beautifully complex human into a data point, easier to track, easier to manage. Each new label, each new piece of paper, is a wall being built around the soul. The process continues in school. Here, the mind is taught how to think in approved ways. History is presented as a settled story, not a chaotic series of events. Science is taught as a collection of facts, not as a continuing journey of discovery. The infinite curiosity of the child is channeled into a narrow curriculum. Performance is measured with grades and percentages, reducing the wonder of learning to a simple metric. The system rewards conformity and penalizes deviation. The child learns that there are right answers and wrong answers, and that success depends on finding the right ones. The once fluid mind begins to crystallize. The vibrant, multicolored aura is now smaller. It has defined edges. Some colors have vanished entirely, the ghost of a forgotten potential. The poet's path is dimmer because the child was told that art does not pay the bills. The explorer's path is fainter because the world has already been mapped. The system, in its effort to create a functional member of society, has performed a series of measurements. With each one, the wave of possibility collapses a little more, settling into a predictable, manageable state. The being is becoming a person, but at what cost? Now a new system asserts its dominance, the economy. The being, now a young adult, learns a fundamental rule of its new reality. Survival requires money. Time, once an endless expanse for exploration and creation, is now a commodity to be sold. 40 hours a week, sometimes more, are exchanged for the means to live. The dreams that survived childhood now face their greatest challenge. The desire to paint, to compose, or to study the stars must now fit into the tired evenings and precious weekends. The grand cosmic orchestra of the soul is reduced to a quiet hum, drowned out by the daily noise of commerce. This system introduces a new form of gravity, one that pulls all aspirations toward a single point: economic viability. A passion is no longer judged by the joy it brings, but by its market value. Can you monetize your art? Can you build a career from your love of history? If the answer is no, the pressure to abandon it is immense. The world is full of would-be astronomers working in finance and potential novelists writing marketing copy. They did not necessarily choose this. They were guided by the powerful currents of a system that prioritizes productivity over purpose. Their movement is restricted, their universe confined to the size of their wallet. Choices appear to exist, but they are often illusions. You can choose your job, but only from the available listings. You can choose what to buy, but only from what you can afford. This is not the grand, limitless choice of the initial state. It is a constrained selection from a pre-approved menu. The system of taxes, debts, and credits creates an invisible cage. It dictates where you can live, what you can eat, and how you can spend your free time. The once shimmering being, who could have been anything, now spends its days working to maintain its small, prescribed place in the structure. The aura, once a brilliant nebula, is now a pale, flickering light. It is contained within a rigid, colorless box defined by a job title, an income bracket, and a credit score. The system is efficient. It is predictable. It has successfully integrated the being into its machinery. The person is a functional cog, contributing to the grand societal engine. But they are a ghost of what they could have been. The boundless potential has been exchanged for a stable, defined, and profoundly limited existence. The measurement is nearly complete. We reach the final state. The person is fully defined. Their life is a collection of roles: an employee, a homeowner, a taxpayer, a consumer. The vibrant, chaotic nebula of birth is gone. In its place is a single, pale color encased in the sharp lines of societal expectation. The box is complete, but sometimes in quiet moments the person can still see them. Ghostly after-images of their other selves flicker at the edges of their vision. The astronomer they never became gazes up from a forgotten textbook. The musician they abandoned hums a tune only they can hear. These are the echoes of the collapsed wave function, the lost possibilities. These ghosts are not there to haunt. They are there to remind. They are the faint quantum whispers of an almost forgotten truth that the defined self is just one reality among countless others. The system we have built is not a law of nature. It is a human invention. We constructed the nations, the economies, the rules. We are the observers who collapse the boundless potential of our children into manageable forms. We do it for stability, for order, for progress. But in doing so, we might be sacrificing the very things that make us truly remarkable, our infinite, unquantifiable, and cosmic potential. Look around you. See the people on the bus, in the office, on the street. Do not just see the roles they play. Try to see the shimmering nebula that each one of them once was. Imagine the poets, the explorers, and the inventors hidden within the cashier, the accountant, and the sanitation worker. What symphonies have gone unwritten? What discoveries have gone unmade? What beauty has the world lost, not through malice, but through the simple, grinding mechanics of our systems? We have built a society that is very good at producing cogs, but not so good at nurturing stars. This is not a cry of despair. It is an invitation to question the boxes we build around each other. What if we designed a society that saw education not as training, but as the nurturing of wonder? What if we created an economy that valued well-being as much as it values wealth? What if we dared to look at a newborn child and instead of seeing a future taxpayer, we saw a universe of possibility and pledged to keep it as boundless as we could for as long as we could? We are the observers. We hold the power to measure. Perhaps it is time we tried a different kind of measurement, one that amplifies potential instead of limiting it.